What if the chaos you're running from is actually a sign you're on the right path? We've been taught to fear breakdowns, to see confusion, doubt, and emotional overwhelm as signs of failure. But what if I told you? The storm in your mind is often the last defense of the old self before transformation begins. Right before a breakthrough, your mind panics, not because you're broken, but because you're evolving, and evolution is messy. It doesn't feel like peace, it feels like being torn apart. Think about the moments in your life where everything felt like it was collapsing. Maybe a relationship ended, maybe you were consumed by self-doubt. Maybe you couldn't recognize yourself anymore. But what happened after that? If you trace it back honestly, you'll often find that those moments, those psychological implosions, preceded the most important shifts in your life. The mind is designed for survival, not transformation. It's a pattern-seeking machine, constantly trying to keep you in the familiar, even if the familiar is pain, even if it's suffering, because what's known feels safer than what's possible. So when you start to shift, when you begin to think differently, feel differently, or desire something greater, the mind resists, not because it hates you, but because it's afraid to let go of who you used to be. In psychology, this is called homeostasis, the tendency of the psyche to maintain internal stability when that balance is threatened by growth, by truth, by emotional honesty. The subconscious fights back. It throws every fear, every self-doubt, every old trauma at you, not to punish you, but to test you. It's like the final guardian at the threshold of change, and most people turn back. They misinterpret the chaos as a sign to stop. But it's not. It's an invitation to break through. Carl Jung once said, "There is no coming to consciousness without pain." What he meant is that the path to self-awareness isn't a peaceful meditation. It's an inner war between the parts of you that want to grow and the parts of you that feel safest in your wounds. This is why people sabotage right before things get better, why we pull away from love when it gets real, why we doubt ourselves before a major life change. The mind doesn't trust the unknown, so it builds walls, loud ones, walls made of anxiety, overthinking, impulsive behaviors, anything to keep you from walking through the door you just unlocked. Even historically, this theme plays out. Look at any hero's journey. Before the rise, there's a fall. Before wisdom, there's despair. Before light, darkness. In mythology, the underworld is where the hero must go to gain true power. It's not a mistake that the descent comes first. It's the necessary chaos that precedes clarity. You're not broken because your life feels chaotic. You're breaking through, and the louder your mind screams, the closer you're getting. But there's a catch. You have to stay present in the storm. You have to stop running from it, because every time you avoid the discomfort, you reinforce the belief that you're not ready, and so the cycle repeats. Instead, when chaos arises, pause, breathe, observe, ask yourself, what part of me is trying to stay the same? Because usually the most chaotic thoughts are tied to the most outdated beliefs. Real growth doesn't always feel like growth. Sometimes it feels like losing everything, your identity, your certainty, your emotional compass. But that's the cost of becoming someone new. You have to unlearn who you were told to be. Breakdowns aren't the end. They're beginnings in disguise. Think of them like contractions before a birth. The pain is real, but it has a purpose. So the next time your mind feels like it's on fire, don't try to extinguish it right away. Sit with it, witness it, and remember, the chaos isn't a problem, it's a process, one that means something is shifting, something important, something irreversible, and if you stay with it, if you move through the storm without abandoning yourself, you'll find something deeper on the other side. Not just clarity, but power, the the kind that isn't given to you by others, the kind that comes from knowing you made it through the fire and you didn't flinch. So maybe the next time your world feels like it's falling apart, you'll remember this: it's not falling apart. It's breaking open. If this resonated with something deep inside you, take a moment to breathe, to reflect, and then share this message with someone else who needs it. Like the video if it sparked something in you. Subscribe if you want to keep exploring the mind beneath the mind. And leave a comment. What kind of chaos are you facing right now? And what could be waiting behind it?